here's the thing. It's really cool. All these moments are fun. But I'm still not, like, amped. Mm-hmm. Like, if you ask me right now, what am I most looking forward to seeing? Honestly, it's probably Clayface.
Oh, freaking weirdo.
Steve Rogers, I guess, is cool, and apparently is he's like super.
Well, now I'm going to interrupt you. Chill the F out there, buddy. Hello, everyone out there who's watching. You have found your favorite podcast, yeah? This is NewWayStories. Oh, it's so good, Nine. This is Darius, and I am here with my accomplice, Ben. Usually, we are joined by our normal regular host, Jesse Roberts, with his little son named Peter, and his wife named Kate. And that's not what I meant. And normally he's here, but today it's just me, Darius, and him, Ben. And we're going to wreak havoc on the multiverse. So let's jump into it. Thank you so much for hanging out for this podcast about comedy and canceling and the Cold War. Those are the 3 C's of NewWayStories: comedy, cake, and Cold War history. The most boring of all histories. So thanks for tuning in. Ben, how you doing today, dude?
I'm doing really well. It's early.
Boring.
This is the earliest we've ever done a pod.
It is the earliest we've ever done it. It's 3 in the morning. We each got 4 hours of sleep.
Yep. At that point, I don't know. There reaches a point where I feel
Not if you're an ex-Navy SEAL. If you're an ex-Navy SEAL, any point in the day could be the beginning of the morning. I wake up at 8 p.m. I start my day.
The next day to start.
I start my day 4 hours before your day even starts because of extreme discipline. Did I fight in a war? No. I was a Navy SEAL in the 90s, but I sure did learn about wars.
I read 3 books. I eat a carton of eggs.
Somebody who was a Navy SEAL in the 90s is going to come beat the crap out of me.
I run 10 miles.
Yeah. Before 9 p.m. That's just my, hey, good morning. This is Buck Hold'em. This is my get ready with me. It's 8 p.m. I just woke up to start my day. My tomorrow day. We don't need more sissies in the Army. But I'm in the Navy, so it doesn't matter. Sorry. 3 a.m. is definitely the middle of the night, but some people wake up and call it the morning. It depends on, what your responsibilities are.
I know
if you've got to start work at 4, like some guys that I know that do like swing shift construction, 3 a.m. is the morning.
I know it's technically the next day, but like I feel like morning doesn't start till like 5. Even 4 is a bit early for me. Anyways.
I do personally feel like for the earliest of early birds, 5 a.m. is really like the official start of the morning. Here's the question. Okay. When does a coffee stand open?
5 a.m. Like
whenever a coffee stand opens, that's America's morning. Yeah. Nothing more American than 19 different small businesses on the same road, all opening their tiny coffee stand, owned by a mom who's raised 3 kids and her husband has a career and she doesn't know what else to do with herself later in life.
You just explained a situation that I know pretty much exactly. I'm not even joking.
Well, I love coffee stands and I love women. The people who own them. Darius Giles, lover of coffee stands, lover of women. That does not sound good. Lover of one woman. Her name is Brittany.
But like,
from the time I was 16 to now. Okay, I also love my mother. I love my mother. You freaking cut me. Oh, what? Because I love my mother? I'm a creep? I love my mother. Shout out to Terry Giles. Living in Arkansas. Doing it right. Living the dream. Terry, this one goes out to you. Spin the record. Purple rain.
Dude, I had 2 people did not appreciate that bit last week.
Why?
Because they were like, I couldn't hear what he was saying. I found it so distracting. They genuinely wanted to hear what Caleb had to say. And they thought you were being an a-hole.
Caleb has to say. Ooh, the people in his congregation.
But I had to explain to him, this is still a comedy podcast. And we also told him that bit. We ran through it with him before the pod started.
Well, I am really sorry to those people because I knew it was going to be a controversial bit, and I know it's really annoying. That's why we did it.
And also, there was definitely a zoomness to your guitar.
Yeah, I listened to it because I wanted to hear how the guitar sounded. I don't really think you could hear the guitar at all.
Half the time you could hear it.
So, we swung big on a bit, and some people didn't like it. So, I don't know. It could be worse. We could be Amy Schumer. Kidding. She's so funny and so successful, even though her stuff's not for me. Yeah. Hey, instead of me rambling and interrupting you for the next 30 minutes, let's jump into some fun stuff, dude.
Yeah.
All of the Avengers Doomsday teaser trailers are out.
It doesn't feel real.
If you are a fan of Avengers stuff at all, look, at least a third of the world likes the Avengers. I guess more people than like Avatar.
Seen a Marvel. You've seen a Marvel.
Seen a Marvel? You want to go see the new Marvel? Dude, I can't wait personally because I think James Cameron re-released Avatar to dethrone Avengers Endgame, like the original one.
Yeah.
And so now it has, I'm telling you what, in September when they re-released Avengers Endgame, I'm going to go see it 20 times in the theater so I can freaking just put the pins to old Jimmy Cam.
Yeah, he I haven't seen Fire and Ash, but it's so
neither.
weird to me how huge those movies are, but no one knows what happens in them.
I've talked to a few people who've seen it, and they said it was an Avatar movie.
Yeah, it's usually roughly the same thing.
The
simple little
people
story.
were blue.
Looks cool.
Yeah.
Some red. There's a little bit of red in this one.
Yeah, now you really sound like a Republican trying to describe you sound like an old pastor trying to describe how his church is really diverse. Yeah, it's in a little bit of one other color as well. Yeah. And also there's some people of Oriental origin there, and you're like, whoa. Daryl, pump the brakes.
I was listening.
Daryl could be the name of any pastor. Just because I know an older pastor named Daryl doesn't mean I'm talking about him. Daryl Johnson's the greatest.
Yeah. Well, that is exactly. You just described another situation actually that I know. Another pastor. No, I'm just kidding. But
100 for 100.
Avengers Doomsday. Okay, can I tell you that I think it's really cool. I think I like this little you get to see kind of like the big. It was Steve Rogers first. Steve Rogers, not Captain America. That's Sam Wilson. Put some respect on his name.
Oh.
And then Thor.
Sam Wilson, star of the worst Marvel movie of the last 5 years. Even the people who hated the Eternals said, "Yeah, this is bad."
And then Thor, which was probably the not the least exciting one, but we learned that Steve Rogers is going to be in it.
Yeah.
And then Thor was just.
I would say more importantly, you have to look at the context of what's happening in these things. What's really interesting about the Thor one is Thor's praying
to
Odin about his daughter.
Yeah.
So the context is important. It's really important, I think, in this that Thor's concerned about his daughter and getting back to his daughter. That's not an accident.
Here's the thing. Okay, yes. So and then what's
you had a thought? I don't want to skip it.
No, and then X-Men, which was wow. That one, I think, to me, personally, was at the top of my this is the one I love the most to see.
That's the one that broke the internet for sure.
Yeah. And then the last one, which is the Fantastic Four meeting the Wakandans. I
haven't seen it.
You have?
I'll have to watch it after the episode. I didn't realize it was out.
Yeah, so it's pretty much just Shuri talking. Or is it M'Baku? Man, I can't remember.
I'll watch it. Let me watch it.
Okay.
What's the important takeaway you think from it?
Literally nothing. It's just Ben.
Reed Richards meeting Shuri.
No, actually, it's really just Ben Grimm having a little joke with M'Baku, and
oh, nice.
It's the same
so
sort
you're
of
gonna do a little arm wrestle.
Yeah, it's the thing would absolutely destroy that man.
Yeah.
I love M'Baku. He's one of my favorite characters. from Wakanda, but there's no fight there.
I'm teasing. Yeah.
It's the same. You watch it. It's the same sort of joke from like Infinity War. It's like old Marvel joke where it's like it has the same energy as like when Peter.
I am Steve Rogers.
Yes. Or
there's like these funny like people from completely different worlds. Having a funny, awkward meeting.
Yeah, I was.
You know them both, so you're like watching these two funny people meet each other, or what you know.
Yeah, it's the Peter when he goes, "Oh, we're using our fake names. I'm Spider-Man." But here's the thing: it's really cool. All these moments are fun, but I'm still not like amped.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you ask me right now, what am I most looking forward to seeing? Honestly, it's probably Clayface. I don't know why.
You're a freaking weirdo, Ben. I mean that in the most loving sense. Nobody else knows Clayface is coming out.
Yeah, even my wife, who I talk about these things all the time, was still like, "Is that a movie or a TV show?"
Yeah, is it a movie or a TV show?
It's a movie.
That's
and
crazy.
I think it's gonna be a really good movie. But nothing.
Yeah, the press on it's hot.
Nothing. I don't know. It's just where everyone is at. I'm not excited to see them together. Like I think some of my favorite characters. I love Shuri. She was always one of my highlights.
Yeah, for sure.
I liked her kind of arc in Wakanda Forever. And it's cool to see her again, especially in this moment. She's kind of, in my head, she's kind of where Thor was at. She was like, experienced so much loss that she's probably, this is my assumption, she's probably so driven and focused.
Yeah.
And I kind of would just rather see her in Black Panther 3. And then Thor, I like Thor. I didn't love the last one. I'd kind of rather just see him.
We love Thor. Blonde hair, blue eyes. We love him.
I'd rather see him like in his own movie, and then him do a little adventure with his daughter, and then maybe there's Hercules and Beta Ray Bill and more of these fun Asgard, and then go for it.
Keep going.
And then like Steve Rogers, I guess is cool, and apparently is he's like super.
Well, now I'm gonna interrupt you. Chill the F out there, buddy.
The reason he's cool, but I feel like I had my there was a bookend. There was like a boom end of the story, and I cried. All right, Endgame, hugging Peggy, giving her a little smooch. That was a good ending. It was a good little boom end of the story there. Yeah.
Yeah. That was me and Ben digitally smooching.
If you're not watching the podcast.
Sorry, okay. But what is it you're saying?
Sorry,
though?
the Thunderbolts, like I feel like these last three movies, Thunderbolts, Wakanda Forever, or mostly Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, where everyone is at, I'm not really interested in seeing them cross over yet. I feel like we're just getting started with some of these people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, this should have been a couple years ago.
Well, I think what's going to happen...
Same thing with Sam Wilson, Captain America. He like just became Captain America, and we got one mediocre movie out of it. I needed a little more. I needed to feel it a little more.
I am really not... can I interject, or are you still
You're
trying
good.
to finish
I think that's all I had to say.
I think there's a few things that happen. One, COVID. Two, writer's strike. Right there. It like... we probably would have had sequels for Shang-Chi, for Captain America.
That's another one.
We probably would have had sequels, even honestly, maybe even for the Eternals, as much as it was like panned by people. We probably would have had sequels for the main characters of like the new iteration of the Avengers, whatever kind of Avengers team they're trying to build. Mm-hmm. And we didn't because COVID and actor strike or a writer strike. And then also I think because of plagued by bad reviews, and then also completely changing course because of
Jonathan Majors,
who I love and think is amazing. And so I think that's like those factors are like the practical factors behind it being this way. And I think also the fact that the movies have just done so poorly compared to what they thought they would do.
Yeah.
Now they're bringing in a ringer to direct this one and also a ringer to be the villain in this one. Go ahead.
I mean, like, it's so crazy. They make a ton of money. Like, they still are technically a success, but it's not at the level that they were. And Superman technically made more money than Fantastic Four, I think. You can fact me, but I remember looking that up. So,
well, I don't think that is necessarily like a...
I know, but that was just for the Snyder Bros
part.
out there.
Yeah, for the Snyder Bros. Superman is a very popular intellectual property. So I think that all culminated. And I think what they're going to do now is they're going to have this movie be a movie where, one, this movie and going into the next movie, because there's two with RDJ planned, right? Mm-hmm. It's like Doomsday and
Secret Wars.
Doomsday and Super Doomy Day. Doomsday and I Thought It Couldn't Get Any Doomer. Doomsday and Doom the Week. Not just a day. Dia de los Doomos. Anyway, so there's going to be two of these with RDJ, with Robert Downey Jr. I think by the end of that second one, there will be a baton passing that they didn't do in Endgame because they didn't have the next characters in the rank ready to pass the baton to. I think they'll have to do that or hard reset the universe so that they can actually say, you know what? People actually want to see Captain America. They want to see Iron Man. They want to see this. And they don't want to see like Riri as Iron Man. Iron Lad, though, is cast in not anyway. My point being, like, I think there's going to be that. I also think in Doomsday, my just like big theory is that, although I think that's a big deal that they're bringing back the OGs to pass on the baton to the next generation or reset the whole.
But didn't they kind of do that in Endgame with Steve giving Sam the shield? Wasn't there kind of that?
Well, they did, but what I'm saying is like cinematically, it's been unsuccessful.
Yeah.
Whatever they did, they didn't pull it off the way that it needed to be pulled off. And what they did post Endgame was confusing. Mm-hmm. Very confusing. Just it I don't know if they were, it was just confusing. I think that it will be clear at the end of this who the new Avengers are. And I probably like the big three, the big four, in terms of like originally, there was a core. It was like Jesus and disciples. There's the three, and then there were like the 12 with Clint and Doctor Strange and the Guardians. And then beyond that, there was the crowd of people in the portals. But I also think what's going to happen is Doctor Doom is going to have his own. He's going to have his own Avengers that all didn't have happy endings from other multiverses, and it's going to be evil so-and-so, evil so-and-so, evil so-and-so, and that they're going to get their butts handed to them, the good guys.
Yeah.
I think that's actually where the Thunderbolts are going to come in, is they're going to be like, well, we prepared to fight the Avengers. We didn't prepare to fight these losers. And they're going to be like, we're the Thunderbolts.
I love the Thunderbolts. I feel like they're a little over their head on this one. They acknowledge
no
that
powers.
Yeah, it's just like guys a bunch of punch and shoot. You have like two or three. You have three super soldiers. Everyone else, they got big guns, I guess.
Well, if the Thunderbolts have Bob, then it's in the bag.
But the whole thing is that they're trying not to lose their friend.
If you think they're not going to use Sentry's powers in the next two movies, you lost the plot.
No, I think they'll try and not do it. That'll be the last resort. Anyways, we're
getting at the very last resort. They'll be like, we've beaten the Avengers, and then Red Guardian will come out and be like, but you haven't beaten us. And there'll be a funny moment where it's like deflated, and then they'll start beating the crap out of the Thunderbolts. And they're like, how did you think you're going to beat me? I'm a billionaire. I'm an evil billionaire playboy philanthropist. And then he's going to be like, I was just distraction. And then Bob is going to bob out.
Yeah. Bob out.
Yeah.
I love
be
it.
a freaking sick needle drop, and then Bob is going to destroy Dr. Doom. I mean, freaking sick.
The needle drop is going to be the Sounds of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel.
Dude, I'm ready for it.
Darkness, my old friend. And he puts his hand out.
It's not Bob, it's Void. He just shadows all of the...
Yeah.
We thought maybe he would be good guy this time. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Well, Bob, give us other Bob back. But yeah, that's
quick. Get to the chicken. Let's go fight the chicken again.
So yeah, man.
That was for only that was only for the people who watch Thunderbolts. You would understand that and think that's a really funny joke. Yes, but
I like it.
Anyways, Doomsday. It's coming out December. We'll see. Obviously, I'm going to go watch it. I'm going to go watch it. I'm going to be there.
I think that's every nerd right now. I think every nerd right now is like, yeah, I don't like what they're doing. I think it's going to be stupid. Obviously, I'm going to go watch it. I think that's everybody. I mean, although I am excited.
Even when I told my wife that, she was like, I was just complaining so much, and then she's like, I said all this stuff, and then I was like, well, I'm still going to go watch it.
Yeah.
She's like, well, what are you doing? And plus, she hates that I will always watch a movie day one. Minimum the same weekend, the weekend it comes out. But I will always, if there's a Thursday night late night showing, I'll go to it.
Oh,
at least Friday.
Young man's game.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go see it.
That's exciting.
I'm a little more excited for Clayface and Supergirl. If I had to rank it, Clayface, Clayface, Spider-Man Brand New Day, Supergirl, Doomsday. Those are my rankings. Anyways.
I do think Supergirl is going to be phenomenal.
Me too.
I think Supergirl looks, to me, like it's going to be the best.
I love it.
Yeah.
Darius, I had a question for you.
Yes, sir.
It's not even really a funny question, but it's a thought that I've had. And it's one of those things where I was thinking about this, and then I get so much content on my phone, whether it's like a post, a YouTube video, that like brings the idea up again. And I don't know if it's just the algorithm getting into my brain, and I can't tell the difference between my thoughts and the algorithm. But
that's crazy. That's actually a crazy reality that we live in. Keep going.
And also, I don't know how much longer we have on this pod, but we could continue this conversation because I actually would love to have it with Jesse. It's kind of the question is how much. Okay. I guess I haven't really thought of the question. More of just I'm going to say these things and I want you to react to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
So I remember a while ago, I think it was a Star Wars episode, and we were bringing up how Mark Hamill didn't really like the direction that Rian Johnson was taking Luke Skywalker in Last Jedi, like leading up to it and even in the promotional stuff. And you were like, it's Mark Hamill. He's still... But whether you think he's a good actor or not, some of the problems that he had with Luke Skywalker ended up with the reaction of fans and the audiences ended up kind of having some weight to them. And then there have been other instances of an actor having a slightly different, I don't know if perspective is the right word, but like, I'm not quite sure about this one. And the director either like not paying any attention to it or brushing it off, and it end up being correct. So here's what Okay. Bradley Cooper in American Sniper. I saw this clip. He was on Joe Rogan.
Yeah. I saw
the
this.
baby. Okay.
Yeah.
He watched it and he's like, I feel like that baby looks really fake. Maybe we should work on making the baby look really actually look real. And then Clint Eastwood went,
no, I think it will be good.
I think it's good. And then
I think people are going to like it.
Yeah. And then he went, I think this is going to bite us in the butt. And turns out everyone was like, that's a fake baby. And then, this could even be its own thing. Noah, I think Snap is his name, and then Maya Hawke with Stranger Things Season 5. There was a documentary coming out.
Yeah.
There was a clip of, she was talking about the scene and then she just realized something that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Or should have been, that these two characters should have been whispering because what they are talking about is not known by everyone else in that room.
Oh, interesting.
And so she's like, I don't want to get into it, but she was like, hey, she told, I think it was Sean Levy, like, we should do it like this.
We should really change the color of that handle on the power thing.
Yeah.
And Sean Levy's like, why? Why would anyone care? That's such a stupid thing for fans to care about. The fans who care about things like that are probably need to be more medicated. And you know what? The prophecy was fulfilled.
Luckily, I think Sean Levy did listen to her, but it was more when you see the clip of it on the, he was more like, yeah, oh yeah, sure, yeah, go do it. You know, just kind of like, just not thinking, but I think it was the right decision. And then, I think Noah, the guy who played Will, had some stuff with the writing, I think. I can't remember specific moments.
Because I'm going to trust a 20-year-old's writing instincts who's never directed or produced anything in his entire life.
That's okay. Okay, let me keep going. That's the thing, okay?
Mark, versus Bradley Cooper, who went to Juilliard for acting, who has been a producer and director for over 10 years.
Okay, but this is the point I'm trying to make here, is that level of like, oh, I'm not going to listen to this guy.
You're right. You're right. No, you're right. I'm just teasing.
Okay, but so, obviously Mark Hamill in Star Wars. That's a pretty big one.
There's what even is it that Mark Hamill actually said? I don't know if I trust that Mark Hamill. People give Mark Hamill a lot of credit, dude. He's just a freaking like goofball actor. He does voiceover work.
Okay, he didn't.
That's agree so with he's a genius voice actor. My point is, I don't think Mark Hamill's the guy that you go to. Anyway, go ahead.
But okay. Here's the thing, though, and this is okay. He didn't believe that someone as optimistic as and hopeful as Luke Skywalker, who saw the good in Darth Vader, would turn, even in that moment of hesitation,
would kill. I mean, I agree.
Kylo Ren.
I think that's a very weird character arc for Luke.
And I even talked about this with my wife. I think a much more interesting Rian Johnson. I still, even though I would like Wake Up Dead Man, I still don't forgive you for Last Jedi.
That's funny. I think. What are you going to say? Would have been more interesting if
this is. I mean, I don't. Blah, blah, blah. This is what I would.
No, I like. Cool. I like hearing your thoughts.
If his I can't think of a better word than optimism. Just like kind of.
I mean, his grace and mercy and compassion for people,
like bit him in the butt. Like
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. That
he's like so kind to Ben and gives him so many chances, and Ben's like, your weakness is your kindness.
Yeah, and so that
Ben and then Luke goes, don't mistake my kindness for weakness. Like every person on the internet right now. Hey, don't mistake my kindness for weakness. A lot of you guys have been looking at me online thinking you're not that tough. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness.
There's a whole other conversation, and we were talking about what they could have done in Last Jedi that would have been more, I don't know. It could have been different.
Yeah.
Could have done all these other things.
Made that suggestion. They didn't listen. Mark Hamill was right. Bradley Cooper made the suggestion about the baby. They didn't listen.
Yep. My last one, Steve Whitmire, the old voice of Kermit, after Jim Henson.
Okay.
My personal favorite.
Okay.
When the 2011 Muppets like sitcom office style show came out, he was like,
that was a thing. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I watched roughly the first 8 episodes, not the full season, but he was like, I don't know if I like agree like Kermit would say some of the stuff and some of the direction of like the tone and like the style.
Interesting.
He was like, it's just it doesn't really feel right to me.
Seems off Kermit.
Yeah, just kind of off.
Yeah.
And
this isn't quite chartreuse enough for Kermit. Yeah.
And the arrogance of Disney and who they put in charge of it. I think it was kind of the producers were these well-known TV guys. Were just kind of like whatever, and I think they had pretended to kind of go along with him, and then they were like, okay, we're gonna fire you. And it's either you're going to sign an NDA and we're going to give you the walk, the Hollywood walk, and you're going to have this big grand out, ending
outro.
to your, to your career here.
Yeah.
Or we will drag your name through the mud. And he said, well, I still have these problems and I'd still like to express kind of what I thought, why I left.
Drag him through the mud it is.
Yeah, and they said, drag him through the mud it is.
Guys, and then bring out the mud.
And then as soon as the show came out, the first episode, critics and fans were like, this seems a little off.
I think it's hard because you never know who to believe. I think the Bradley Cooper story is a really funny anecdote, but the only people that know whether that's a real story are the people who are in the room.
But it's still
people are always like very prone. Like, I don't know, dude, me and you work at churches. If people are dishonest in our field, they're supposed to be fired. Like if they're just liars in general, not if they lie about their work, but if they just are found to be liars in general, they're supposed to be let go of the team because it's an actual it's an actual morality issue. It doesn't line up with our values. In the real world, that's not a thing, especially when you're a professional liar, aka an actor. So I think, and I'm not saying all actors are liars. I'm just saying like they're good at storytelling, and people and human beings of the world, me and you included, we're prone to lie. So my point is simply that I don't know the veracity of these stories. They're interesting stories and claims, but it's really easy to be the guy who's like, I knew it I told him the whole time. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. All the good acting decisions on Good Will Hunting, those actually came from me. Sure. Was I just the boom guy? Sure. But was I also telling Robin Williams how to act a little bit? Like, it's a easy thing to do is what I'm saying. What is your thought?
I don't know. I mean, we have literally 3 minutes, but I think obviously I wouldn't give actors and most actors like enough creative freedom to like make story adjustments, but I think there is you should. I think
I'm teasing about that too. I think that you should like collaboratively lead, and if people have good suggestions, you're dumb if you don't take them. That's just like a basic principle of leadership. If other people on the team in the room have a better idea than you, don't be an idiot about it.
Yeah, and so I just the two that bug me the most are the Mark Hamill one.
Yeah,
in Star Wars, and the Steve Whitmire one with the Muppets, because
you love those properties.
I freaking despise the new voice for Kermit.
It's the return of the Muppet Show. Back on the very stage where it all started and then ended, and is maybe starting again depending on how tonight goes.
I cannot stand him, and I forget his name, and he voices other Muppets right now. And he does a great job, but his Kermit is just not it, dude.
Just bad, yeah.
It's not working, and it makes me like not look forward to the revival 50th anniversary and coming out next month, because it's gonna be him.
Yeah, it's hard because I think one of the most frustrating things that ever happens to me as a person is when and this is like the way my brain works, because I get stuck on things really easy, and so if I see the team that I'm on, whether it's my marriage, that I'm on the team with my wife, or it's, with my brothers, we're on the same team as brothers, trying to like do what's best for our family, or it's at church or in the workplace or whatever. And I say, guys, this is going to end badly. Here's what's going to be the fallout if we do it the way that you're wanting to do it. And I say that, and no one listens. And then I become a prophet of doom, and exactly what I say happens. It will drive you crazy.
Or at least acknowledge it, or at least be like, okay, like I hear that, and that might happen, but I think this is I don't know, the direction.
Or to come back on the back end and say, hey, you said this was going to happen, and it happened. It doesn't fix anything, but at least for me, it makes me feel less crazy.
Or firing you after 27 years voicing the most iconic Muppet character, and then.
So, like, I know a company where their lead voice actor has said all of these things, like that you're talking about, and the lead voice actor came out and they said, They were a beloved voice actor. They were the lead of a franchise, and they came out after the fact and said, "I told everyone this and this and this," and then someone that works for the company got the inside scoop and learned from multiple other credible sources that the voice actor was the problem. And so that's kind of like my perspective on this is you just don't know. It's frustrating though when you want things to be good. And you know what? As we close this, sometimes you want things to be good and they just don't go